Hi, welcome back to the Halloween edition of On the Couch. I'm Hillary Gooding, and this is your host, Thomas DiNapoli. Prepare to be immersed in a 3D Terror Zone virtual reality room at the South Jersey Technical Park here at Rowan University. With us to talk about it is George Leacakes, the director of the Virtual Reality Center. Hi, George. Can you tell us about the Virtual Reality Park Center?
Yeah, sure. So we're actually at the Technology Park, but we're an entity within Rowan. We can actually have services for all students here. We have internship programs that any student can become part of. And basically we do virtual reality, but not just VR, we do a lot of different things. We do everything from visualizing models and using large room size scale that walk-in environments where you can actually see whatever you design, to creating 3D prints of just about anything you want to. So here we have a nice little Dalek here that our students made for us last week. We can basically 3D print any of these 3D objects that we create. But what we're more interested in doing right now is providing some interesting entertainment for the students here at Rowan University.
Now, before we get into this interesting entertainment, what exactly is this?
Sure.
And what is it?
This is just an example, a large-scale example of something that we can print. This is, for the Whovians out there, a Dalek, basically. But what we do is we actually create a 3D model and then just print it out layer by layer. So something like this might take about 50 hours in length. But you can take any 3D model you want, so long as you have one, and basically print it out. So it could be a design you have. Say you're an inventor and you want to make something new. You make a CAD drawing or a little design of it, and we print it out for you. We do that for the tech park, actually. Any of the incubator tenants, students and so forth, can come to us and we'll do 3D prints for them, such as this one. You can use it for fun. I make train tracks for my son, for instance, with his name engraved on them, because the Thomas the Train ones cost a lot of money. But you can print just about anything you want to. And what we also provide, though, is the ability to visualize anything you make. So we have 2 room-sized systems. Literally, you walk into a space about 10 feet by 10 feet, all, front, left, right, and floor covered with screens. And we turn on basically a video game, but now you're completely immersed inside of it. And we use lots of different kinds of technology. These are stereoscopic 3D glasses. So unlike the movie theater ones that are like a couple pennies, these ones cost about $300 or $400. But they use a far more advanced piece of technology to make the 3D come to life, to really make it pop out at you. And that's another kind of thing we do down there.
So this 3D Terror Zone that we mentioned before, what exactly is that? When is it?
Sure.
How much does it cost? All that.
Sure. Oh yeah, all the good stuff, right? So it's something completely new. We've never done this before. We've been a research lab, so we do projects with faculty and for NASA and the FAA and all kinds of wonderful things. For a while now, we've wanted to do something fun. And the students and I basically decided to create a 3D interactive horror experience using all of our technology. So you walk into a cylindrical room with screens all around you, 10-sided screens, a team of 3 or 4 people basically, you and your friends hopefully, and you basically have to survive a horror experience that we put you through. Using a myriad of different sort of devices. One person uses an Xbox controller and they drive the demonstration around. It's modified. These things on the top and also on this thing right here, these are tracking sensors. So when you walk in, it's watching what you do. And if you point it in one direction, this virtual flashlight will actually illuminate the game. So 2 of you will have these flashlights. Another one will have the controller, and wherever you point and move, that's where you'll go towards. And then the 4th member, or 3rd, depending upon how many people are playing, has a radio where we give you cues and talk to you and give you hints on how to progress. But basically, the story is you're paranormal investigators from Rowan University. You happen upon a horrible calamity at an abandoned mine, and you and your friends are going to go down and discover what happened. And basically, the generator dies, and all you have are these flashlights. They're timed, so they'll click off if you wear down the battery, and then horrible things happen in the dark, basically. 3 levels that you get through. 30-minute experience is kind of what we're looking for right now. For Rowan students, it's about $8 per person, 10 if you're not Rowan, but we do accept borough bucks, if that makes it any easier.
Definitely.
We just installed the reader this week, so we were pretty happy about that. But we've also provided a trailer as well as some other information on our website on what the game's going to be like and how people are going to experience it.
Nice. So how many people actually make it through the story, and how many people don't make it through?
Oh, in testing so far, Everyone almost does. Let's put it that way. If you die, it resets. There's a death screen, and you kind of start back over again. But there's 3 levels. I can tell you what level 1 is, and that's sort of like an abandoned mine / catacomb. Level 2 is an underground sewer system where, let's just say, things go really gross and crazy. And then level 3, I don't want to spoil it, but it's where you're basically, it's like a flesh world that you're inside of. Basically, think a video game on steroids is kind of what we created here for Rowan. And it's all made with Rowan students. So everything was designed, created, the 3D models, the gameplay, and everything was made in-house here. So it's completely new. It's an experience you'll never see anywhere else in the world. It's unique only to us. So we thought this would be an interesting thing to come out and see.
Now, this is the first year doing this maze, or?
Yes, literally we're programming it right now. Before I came here, I was programming pathfinding for some of the enemies. So It is the very first time this is anywhere in the world, let alone here at Rowan. Yeah, it should be an interesting experience for everyone. But you're actually inside of a, $2.3 million virtual reality system. Huh. So we figure, we had to offset the cost a little bit for the $8 because you are literally using an incredibly expensive asset we have here at Rowan, but we thought it'd be great to get the students involved. Most people don't even know we have a VR center here at Rowan, so we thought this would be good for it.
Nice. So is there a way that people can prepare? Like, if I play a bunch of video games, like right before, am I going to be like in good shape? Or?
If you know how to use an Xbox controller, if you're a first-person fan, that's the person controlling it. But otherwise, no, it's a completely different experience. You're surrounded in these large 10-foot screens, or not 10 foot, about 9-foot screens. You're using handheld controllers. It's called mixed virtual reality because you are brought into it. So unless you have a bunch of screens around you that you can just hook up in your dorm and a $20,000 tracking system that you can kind of play with, the closest thing you can come to is like a Wiimote or something like that in terms of the interaction you get with the system.
Now, you mentioned how those 3D glasses are very expensive. Someone like me with very bad depth perception, I don't see 3D too well in the movies.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Are those going to help me see 3D in the Terror Zone?
It depends, actually. So I'm going to have to inquire a little bit more about your medical condition. So if you have depth perception problems, it could be a number of issues. What it won't do is prevent you from playing the game. If you have depth stereo issues in one eye in particular, you're still going to see the game, you're going to experience it, but it's not going to make it any more intense for you. If you have problems going to the movie theater and seeing 3D movies, the same problems will persist with our system. Okay. So it's just a different kind of technology, but it's still relying on the fact that you've got 2 different eyes that are combining 2 different images to make it feel like it's 3D.
Is this a competition, or is this like just for the experience?
We decided to kind of make it a competition. We are going to have a final score at the end with leaderboards, so as people play it, they can rank up based upon time to completion, as well as actually getting through it without dying X number of times. So if you want to make it a competition, yeah, there will be a competitive vibe. We'll update the leaderboard on our website, once every other day or so. So it's up to you. If you want to have fun, it's there for fun. If you want to, try to take out your friend, so be it. You can do that too.
Thank you for your time being here today, and next time we will be seeing you will be at the South Jersey Tech Park.